engineering or technology that goes with it are growing sectors across Leicester and Leicestershire. In this video, we're going to focus on what subjects or courses could help you on a pathway toward a career in space. If you'd like more information on the types of career opportunities in this area, then you can check out the Relevant World of Work video from the Leicester and Leicestershire Enterprise Partnership. You can study pretty much any subject and still end up in the space industry if that's where you'd like to be. Even if you think that you'd like to be building the next space shuttle, there's no need to study aerospace engineering. While we'll focus on the science, technology, engineering and maths, or STEM routes in this video, it's important to remember that most people working in the space industry didn't know that's where they'd end up. And they've come at it from every possible education route. The space industry wouldn't function without writers, artists, lawyers, accountants, doctors, educators, and many others. So don't think you have to be an actual rocket scientist to work in space.
It's a great sector because there's so much to do. It's a really exciting, I guess we can say, dynamic place to work, where you'll be able to get involved in a whole range of different projects. It's not just about putting an instrument in space. It could actually be links between Earth and space. It could be looking at the data on other planets, for example. So it's actually a really wide range as well. There's lots of things to do.
You've got a real opportunity to start doing some research into your future career now. And when it comes to choosing your post-16 options, have a think about if there are any particular subjects you need to do in order to get onto your next step. When you're thinking about picking subjects at sixth form or college, courses like physics, computer science, geography or maths could give you a good foundation knowledge of scientific or programming areas before specialising in something at higher education or on an apprenticeship. The key thing at this stage is to get good grades in maths, English and your science subjects at GCSE too.
I'd focus on making sure you've got A-levels in maths and physics. If you can do further maths, that can be really helpful for when you go to university because you've basically got even more maths under your belt. So it makes it a little bit easier, let's say, but then if you haven't, it's just a fun challenge whilst you're there.
Loughborough College, for example, offer an enhanced A-level programme in space engineering. This course covers a BTEC Level 3 in engineering, A-level physics and A-level maths, as well as masterclasses taught at the National Space Centre and visits to national employers. Like a lot of sectors, careers in the space sector require thinking from different areas to come together to solve problems. So staying on in education or training after sixth form or college will help develop some key transferable skills, such as problem solving and creative thinking, working in teams with different people, developing a love of learning in an area you're passionate about, researching and presenting ideas for discussion.
My colleagues around me are aerospace engineers and space scientists and physicists, so I get to learn from them on a regular basis from their perspective, and they get to see from my side on a more materials and, when required, a physics basis. Together we all kind of join up to complement each other.
There's a skills gap in the space sector as there aren't enough people with the technical skills the industry needs. Programming and data analysis or data management are in high demand, as is geography expertise for Earth observation and navigation systems. Apprenticeships in the space sector are available, but you may have to take the first step in writing to companies and requesting an opportunity. Companies like Airbus and Kinetic offer structured apprenticeship schemes for school leavers aged 16 and above, but they are based away from Leicester. You might be able to find local engineering apprenticeships at Loughborough or Leicester College that will provide you with many of the foundation skills needed.
I'd actually say try and get involved in some work experience. So if you can get opportunities to have, I don't know, days of shadowing or a week of work experience in a few different places, it'll also give you the opportunity to figure out actually which part of space do I like? Is it more the engineering side? Or is it more on the space science, the data side, etc. So it gives you that opportunity to get a feel for which one.
Going to university and completing an undergraduate degree, or continuing at college to do an HND or HNC, will most likely be your next step in your career in space if an apprenticeship isn't for you. At undergraduate level, courses like physics, physical geography, computer science or engineering will build up your knowledge in particular areas and give you a good foundation to specialise in your future career. There will be the opportunity to apply what you learn in lectures into the real world by working on projects with other students, guided by research experts.
This is Zamzam. She's a third year aerospace engineering student at the University of Leicester. This is her final year on her course and she hopes to graduate in summer 2021. When she was doing her post-16 options, the thought of doing an engineering course hadn't crossed her mind. Originally, Zamzam wanted to do a medicine degree, so chose to study A-level biology, chemistry and maths. It wasn't until she finished her A-levels and took a gap year that the idea of doing engineering took hold. Thankfully, her course required applicants to have A-level maths and a physical science like chemistry, along with another subject of her choice. This may not be true for all courses, so it's important to research whether any specific subjects are needed for a course before you apply. On her course, Zamzam has developed a lot of skills that will be helpful for a career in lots of different areas. The main skill that she uses most often is teamwork. In her second year, she worked on a team project to design a planetary rover where everyone in the team had a different role to play. She was also surprised to see her creativity skills developing over time too. Although engineering is very technical and involves a lot of maths and science, Zamzam has discovered that it also requires you to think outside of the box to try and solve problems which haven't been done before. Zamzam's top piece of advice for anybody interested in studying aerospace engineering is that the course is incredibly varied day to day. One day you'll be doing a lot of maths and science, another day you'll be writing a computer code for a project, and the next day you could be building a planetary rover. If you want to find out more about Zamzam and her course, then head over to the Pathways YouTube channel to watch our interview with playlist. Search for Pathways EM on YouTube and you should find us.
UCAS.com is the place to go to find out more information on degree courses at university and college. There's an easy to use search function that shows you all the courses offered by universities and colleges across the UK. For example, in 2020, there are 2 courses related to space at one provider in the East Midlands. That's physics with space science at University of Leicester. But there are nearly 300 courses related to aerospace engineering across the UK. Make sure you take some time to research what topics are covered in these different courses and if they sound interesting or relevant to the career that you'd like to get into. For specific information on what subjects or routes might be beneficial for a career in space, there are a number of sites to visit, including the nationalspaceacademy.org, Space Careers UK, and Space Park from the University of Leicester.